You're listening to The Moose and the Loose, your 10 minutes action-packed financial podcast with your host, Mike Yahoo. Hey, what's up, Market Moose? Mike from The Moose and the Loose. I hope you're doing well for this Business Friday. Today, we're going to talk about 4 powerful words that you can use to boost your career, boost your business, and actually in life in general. The first time they struck me, because of course I've heard them like several times, but the first time that they really struck me was when I was watching Amsterdam. It's a series you can watch it on Netflix, and there's a new hospital director that is coming and then of course like all the employees, all the doctors are exhausted. It's not doing that well, and now they're just like, yeah, fine, we have a new director. He's going to impose his law, and it's not going to do anything better, right? So the first thing that this new director does is he summon everyone into the same room to have like a big reunion. So everybody's getting there, and they're like all, oh my God, like I have work to do. What am I doing here? And he starts his speech with saying those 4 words. How can I help? And that's it. Like, how can I help? So instead of like trying to come up with a plan or present his ideas, it was just like, okay, guys, how can I help you do your job, or how can I help you make your life better? And trying genuinely to help people around you, like at work, if you have a business, asking your customers, or just in life in general. Of course, it's a very good way to get rewarded, like big time. And it's kind of fun because this week we had Jane on the Dividend Guy podcast, an interview by Vero, that is usually my co-host, but this time she is running the show. And it was so nice to listen to Jane explaining how DSR help made a difference in her portfolio and her retirement, and that led to genuinely wanting to make a difference. Well, then you do it, you help people, and when you help people, well, you provide value, and when you provide value, you know what? People are willing to pay for it. They're super happy actually to pay for it because there's a good exchange. It's a win-win situation, and this is what you want to bring when you have a business. And in your career, honestly, when I was a financial planner and then became a private banker, I kept asking my colleagues, my boss, my everyone around me, I kept asking them how I can help them, how I can make their life easier, and it was just better for everyone. And whenever I had to ask for a favor or for anything, well, then they were super happy to help me out. So that goes both ways, right? So recently I ran a big survey amongst all my members, and I got over 600 answers already. That's kind of crazy to think that all of those investors took the time to answer 10 questions. Some of them are like choices, and then some others were just like adding a lot of comments. So, I mean, I have to say, I know a lot of you guys are listening to this podcast. I want to thank you, genuinely thank you, because it's just amazing. And then I'm reading all the answers one by one, which is a lot of work, but it's actually good for the ego because they love DSR for most of them, and it's great because then I can spend more time when people write like lengthy comments to understand where they're coming from, what their needs are, and how can I help them achieve those goals. What is also great is I now have the ability to use AI to make summaries and highlight all the key questions, the key comments, the key improvements to just to highlight everything that most people would like to change in the membership. And after all, I mean, when you create a membership, you do it for the people. You do it to help a specific type of person to achieve a specific goal. So when they're telling you that your website is good but is not 100% doing what it's supposed to do, so then you can just focus on those improvements, which is great. Of course, there are some bad ratings, and it's actually the place where you get the most information. When people are dissatisfied, then, well, first, don't take it personal. Second, take a lot of time reading and understanding those. And I intend to contact those members. Fortunately, there are not that many, so I can actually do it just to engage a little bit more in the conversation, to maybe get more feedback. But overall, what I realized when I took the time to read those comments is a lot of them were not necessarily the best fit for what we offer. It's like if you go to a pizza place and you're not satisfied because you wanted to eat a burger, well, it kind of makes sense, right? Because you're at a place where they only serve pizza and you want to eat something else. So you're not a great fit for that restaurant. And it's not the pizza that is not good. It's just the fact that this is not what you want. So understanding this, not taking it personal, it's also very good. Finally, I can say that one of the biggest strengths of my membership so far is the fact that we continuously improve the website and the service. And that has been noted like so many times by members. And the key is quite simple, is to keep asking those 4 powerful words. How can I help? And as long as you keep repeating those and you're listening, because I mean, if you ask that and then you don't act, that's like a double-edged sword. They're like, people are getting super excited because you ask how you can help, and then if you do nothing, well, that comes a huge disappointment. So you have to make sure that you acknowledge the requests, the feedback, and then that you take action for most of it. And if you don't agree or you cannot, because I mean, not all feedback is good feedback, well, then you can explain why you're not doing something, which is also going to be a good way to connect with your clients, your customers, your members. So, all right, Moose, that's enough for today. Have yourself a great weekend. I'm going to take some time off this weekend. It's going to feel good. There's nothing planned, and I kind of like this part sometimes. And then we're going to talk again on Monday. We will discuss why some stocks offer a high yield, why some investment products offer high distribution rate. There's no magic in finance. There's no free lunch, and we're going to shed some lights on how it happens. All right, Moose, take good care and have yourself a great weekend. And until the next Monday, don't forget to stay invested.
Hey, welcome to the disclaimer. If you're listening to the Moose and the Loose, you cannot really expect me to give you buy or sell recommendation or financial advice, right? You're here for fun, you're here for information and some entertainment. But I am not your financial advisor, I am not your broker, so therefore I'm not liable if you're losing money after listening to the podcast. If you're looking for some advice, go see a professional. If not, you can enjoy this show and do your due diligence after it.